flooding is a main issue where you live and for the people that you represent. The Senate passed legislation that you sponsor. It's a sort of buyout program. Tell us about it.
Let me just take a step back. About 2 years ago, there was $15 million appropriated for 10 counties to buy out homes that were in harm's way, people that lived along the rivers, that when you had snow melt and the heavy rains, homes were destroyed and people lost lives. So the plan of this buyout was to enable these homeowners on a voluntary basis to sell their home, because it was hard for them to sell their home. No one wanted to buy a house not knowing if the house would be standing from floods the following year. $11 million of that $15 million was used. So there was $4 million left over, and that money was bonded. We have a situation in the town of Wawarsing in Ulster County where there are approximately 30 homes over the New York City aqueduct that is leaking badly. So what happens is the water is coming up under these people's homes, filling the basement. Whether they have respiratory problems, they have mold, they're constantly using generators to pump out the water in their cellar. It's an emotional nightmare living like that. Now, New York City denies that the water coming up into their homes is a result of the leaking aqueduct. We know that it is. But the city, to their credit, has been doing some humane things to help out these homeowners, like bringing them water, paying for filtration system, helping them with a pump. But they're denying responsibility for the cause. And what I've tried to do, I've had meetings with the DEP last year, and I said, you know, there's $4 million that if I can get it shifted, it's related to flooding, not by Mother Nature, but by human nature. This would be a way to solve this problem for these people. It'd be good for the city, be good for us. The monies, the $4 million goes to the County of Ulster. The County of Ulster would literally buy the homes on a volunteer basis if they want to sell it. The homes would get demolished, and then it would become a park, it would become wetlands, a ponding area, but those people would not have to suffer. So the bill passed the Senate, and I thank my colleagues for that vote. Now it goes to Kevin Cahill, who's carrying it in the Assembly, and we're hoping that he can pass it so these people will be able to sell their homes, pull out some equity, and then go buy a home somewhere else. So we're optimistic that we'll solve the problem. The DEP New York City supported the legislation. Initially, I tried to get them to go 50-50. They said they couldn't because there was outstanding litigation on this issue. They didn't want to have an admission of liability. So it's being handled this way. So hopefully relief is in sight for these homeowners with their families. And this is a very good thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard enough right now to try to sell your home in these times.
It's true. And, you know, with the properties, all properties dropping in value and property taxes going up, right, and then to have this nightmare, who would want to buy it? Right. They're stuck. So hopefully this will help them.